Hi, I'm Dani Gasparini, and welcome to this segment of Penn Voice. I am joined today by Adrienne Werner, who is the chair of San Carlos Hometown Holidays and Parade. And also, you may recognize the other guy sitting in the chair, former mayor of San Carlos, Don Eaton. Welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
So, Hometown Days, Adrienne, you are now the chair.
Yes.
But you have some relation to the gentleman sitting next to you. Tell us a little bit about that, and then tell us about your role as the chair of this parade, and then what your role, former Mayor Eaton, is with the parade and Hometown Days.
Well, sitting next to me is actually my dad, and we have lived here all of my life. He has lived in his house, and so I convinced my husband that we too needed to live in San Carlos, and so I've been involved with the committee for about 10 years now, and became chair last year, so this is my second year as chair.
And sir, you've been involved with Hometown Days for?
10 or 12 years at least, and I'm in charge of the judges for the parade, which is really fun because I get to meet a lot of fun and interesting people, just about all of whom have ties to San Carlos. We have a former governor, we have a stunt pilot, we've got some famous people that are actually from San Carlos. That's great. Mm-hmm. And then I'm just kind of the jack of all trades. I go do whatever the chair tells me to do. So we've got a little role reversal here.
So let's just, before we get into Hometown Days, let's get a little scoop. Does he listen? Do you need to put him on a timeout? And does he follow through?
He does listen. In meetings, though, I have to kind of hold him to 3 minutes.
You've had to put him on a timeout a couple of times.
Yeah,
and follow through is good, I suppose.
Yeah, and my mom's on the committee as well, and same with her. I have to hold her to her 3-minute timeline.
Well, it's a great family affair, and it's so neat to see that this is being passed down to generations. And I know you've got quite a family to pass through to your through generations for your family as well. So let's get down to Hometown Days. There's probably 3 people in San Mateo County that might not have heard about Hometown Days. So what is it?
Okay, well, we have a family event that's really fun. It's been going on for 37 years. This year is our 37th anniversary, and it started way back in 1979 as just a barbecue and community event where everybody got together, and it has grown and grown and grown. We hold it on the 3rd weekend of May every year, and it's a lot of fun for everyone in the town.
Well, I think there's folks that are sort of hijacking it as well, because I know I've been to Hometown Days as a resident of Redwood City for probably the past 5 years. So I think you're attracting a lot of people outside of your community as well, because it's just such a fun community day. What are some of the things that we can expect at Hometown Days?
Well, besides the parade, which is getting bigger and better every year, even though it continues in its role of a nice, cutesy Hometown Days sort of a parade.
Right.
We have a pet parade, we have rides for kids, for little kids, so don't be afraid to bring the toddlers. There's a little Ferris wheel, there's a petting zoo, there's pony rides for the little kids, there's blow-up jumpies, there's slides, there's a zip line, there's great big hamster balls that float on water, there's Rocky the Bull. There's all sorts of things like that just to do and have fun.
So we can get a full list, I'm sure, on your website, so that, but I guess what you're telling me is of all ages, of all abilities, of all likes, come to Hometown Days, because you're going to find something for the entire family.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to put the dates up on the website, but it is May 19th, 20th, and 21st, correct? So any one of those days, other than the parade, is specifically on the 20th. Come down and you're going to enjoy a myriad of any of these kinds of things.
There's great food too. There are food trucks, but there's also a lot of the community groups from the Rotary Club, who does a fun run and a breakfast, by the way. The Kiwanis Club puts on a dinner. A lot of the other service clubs and organizations locally will sell hamburgers or hot dogs or popcorn or whatever, drinks or whatever, just so you can have a nice fun day. Adrienne can tell you more about the other exhibits as we go along too.
Well, tell us about that. That's a great segue. Thanks, Dad.
So Friday night we actually start off with middle school bands and orchestras doing their concerts on our permanent stage. And it's just a great way to showcase the money from SCEF donated, to the schools. And then all day Saturday and all day Sunday, you have your whole gamut of the entire park. Burton Park is just from corner to corner full of volleyball to, things for little kids. And it's really, you could stay there all day long and never be bored.
Well, and I understand that there's also a marketplace.
Yes.
So you have folks that are now needing to apply, if you will. They have to go on your website and say, I want to be part of the marketplace because it's becoming so popular, as well as people are needing to register there to be in the parade.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Everyone goes to the website to apply, and we've gotten to the point where we turn people away just because there's only certain amount of room.
If anybody is hearing our little guy in background, he is the future co-chair of the Hometown Days Parade.
That's right. I have 5 children, and I just had a little boy, so he's in the car seat ready to be picked up.
Well, we might have to bring him onto the program if you need to step out and do that.
I'll go get that cute boy.
So for those of you just joining again, we are now joined by Adrienne's youngest son, and his name is?
Christian.
Christian is going to be the youngest participant in the parade, I am sure, this year.
Yeah.
So we're excited to have generation number 3 as the potential co-chair for Hometown Days in the future. You must be proud, Grandpa.
Absolutely.
So Adrienne, you were just telling us a little bit about the marketplace, and so people can not only go to enjoy food and great entertainment and a community, but they can also shop.
Yeah, the shopping is great. We have everything from African baskets to doll clothes for your American Girl 18-inch doll, to jewelry, fine jewelers, and you're surrounded by live music while you're shopping. So it's really great.
And I'm sure the kids can be very, very active doing things around the park so that mom or dad have plenty of time, quality time to shop.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the parade, because the parade's sort of facing the same kind of expansion, and that is you have a lot of people that want to enter, so you're asking people to go online and register in advance if they care to be in the parade. So tell us a little bit about what you're going to see, the sort of gambit of people in the parade.
The parade is full of things that represent our community. We have our local celebrities, our elected people. We'll bring in some people from the county who will be recognizable to most of us. We will bring in some antique cars. We'll have some floats. A lot of these are sponsored by local community groups. The Chicken's Ball annually has an entry, for example, to help promote the Chicken's Ball. We have walking groups from children and adults from nursery schools, and it's really tough to make the judgments there because they're all so great and all so cute, and they all show a lot of enthusiasm, and it's just a real testament to what a great hometown San Carlos is.
Well, and the diversity of your community, right? So,
Absolutely.
I mean, how do you compete with the nursery school kids who are just by nature the most adorable, wonderful things, So forget bringing your antique car, right? I mean, when you're competing against Christian, I mean, it's how do you do that? But you have a group of really amazing volunteers that have been doing this for so many years. It's all volunteer. You don't have any hired staff. And then you do raise a little money for your community. So tell us a little bit about that, Adrienne.
So as a nonprofit, we strive to give back, and whether we're giving back to the San Carlos Park and Rec Foundation or the Youth Center Foundation, we like to put the money we've earned straight back into something great in our community. So last year our give was to the Youth Center Foundation, and they're looking into redoing their kitchen and making it state-of-the-art and a fun teaching kitchen for the kids. Then this year our give was to the Park and Rec Foundation so they can put screens on the new tennis courts at Burton Park, the windshields. And so it varies from year to year, but we really like to give back to our parks, especially just right here. And most of the time it can be Burton Park, but it's spread throughout the parks in San Carlos.
Well, we are now out of time, so we just want to direct everybody to your website, which will be up on the screen, and people will be viewing some fun pictures of past parades and whatnot. So thank you so much for coming and telling us about this great community event. I'm sure with this program, you're now going to have thousands of additional people.
Thousands. We usually get up to 15,000 people there, weather permitting. And it's just a great event. A lot of fun.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed. Well, thanks, Dawn, and thanks, Adrienne, and thanks, Christian, for joining us today on Penn Voice. And we'll see you at Hometown Days.
Okay.
See you there.
And we'll see all of you next time on Penn Voice.